Z-10ME, Pakistan's cutting-edge attack helicopter, a deep dive for Defense World TV. Introduction. Pakistan's induction of the Z-10ME attack helicopter marks a significant milestone in its airborne strike capabilities. Officially commissioned on 2 August 2025 at Multan under the supervision of COAS Field Marshal Asim Munir, the Z-10ME is intended to gradually replace the aging AH-1F Cobra fleet. As the first export recipient of this upgraded variant, Pakistan enters a new era of rotary wing warfare. Below is a detailed portrait of the helicopter's origins, design, capabilities, role in Pakistan, and strategic significance, tailored for a Defense World TV segment. 1. Origins and evolution. The Z-10 Chang Z-10 is a medium-weight Chinese attack helicopter developed jointly by Chang Aircraft Industries Corporation (CAIC) and the 602nd Design Institute, with influence from Kamov Design Input. Its development began in the 1990s, with first flight in April 2003 and induction into PLA service around 2009. The original Z-10 was optimized for anti-tank missions, but in practice also carried out close support and limited air-to-air roles. Pakistan earlier tested 3 Z-10s in 2015 but rejected them, due largely to insufficient engine performance WZ-9 in challenging terrain. Engineers responded with a heavily upgraded export version, Z-10ME equals modified export. This improved variant incorporates more powerful engines, refined sensors, countermeasures, and structural enhancements. 2. Design and engineering features. Airframe and stealth. The Z-10 has a tandem cockpit pilot and gunner with a relatively slim, angular fuselage to reduce frontal radar cross-section. Radar-absorbent materials are applied on sections of the fuselage to further reduce signature. The main rotor is a 5-blade semi-rigid design, and the tail rotor uses 4 blades. Propulsion and upgrades. The export Z-10ME reportedly uses upgraded WZ-9C, WZ-9G engines, approximately 1,200 kilowatts, providing significantly improved thrust over earlier WZ-9 versions. Improvements include sand, dust filtration in engine intakes to handle harsh environments, such as desert Pakistan's terrain, and reinforced structures to cope with particulate ingestion. The upgraded exhaust nozzles are designed to reduce infrared signature. Avionics and defense systems. The ME variant includes a defensive aid suite. Radar warning receivers RWR, laser warning receivers LWR, missile approach warning sensors MAWS, chaff, flare dispensers, and DIRCM, directional infrared countermeasures systems. Electronic countermeasures ECM, with jamming and spoofing are integrated to improve survivability in contested airspace. Sensors. A millimeter-wave fire control radar, in some ME models, electro-optic, infrared, EO, IR, pods and laser rangefinders enable day-night precision targeting. Helmet-mounted sighting systems allow pilots, gunners to cue weapons to targets. 3. Armament and payload. The Z-10ME supports multiple payload configurations across its 4 hardpoints, 2 inner, 2 outer, on-stub wings. Rocket pods can carry FS-70B, GR-5 fragmentation or guided rockets in pods' inner pylons. Anti-tank, air-to-ground missiles ATGMs can mount up to 16 missiles e.g., CM502KG or fewer heavier ones on outer pylons. Air-to-air missiles, TY-90 or similar missiles for self-defense or limited air combat. Gun. A chin-mounted 23mm or similar autocannon is typical on the Z-10 family. 4. Performance and specifications approximate. While full official specs for the Pakistani variant are not published, drawing from the Z-10 lineage and known ME upgrades, anticipated values are: parameter estimate known value. Maximum takeoff weight approximately 7,200 kilograms. Empty. Operating weight not publicly confirmed. Payload capacity approximately 1,500 kilograms across 4 pylons. Maximum speed approximately 300 kilometers per hour, standard Z-10. Service ceiling approximately 5,500–6,000 meters, Z-10 class. Range, endurance several hundred km, varies by load and mission profile. Crew 2, pilot plus gunner. Note: these are best estimate figures, Pakistan may have variant-specific modifications. 5. Role in Pakistan and employment doctrine. Replacement of older fleet. The Z-10ME is intended to gradually phase out the USA-supplied AH-1F Cobra helicopters, many of which have served for over 40 years. Pakistan's cancelled deal for Turkish T-129 ATAK due to U.S. export restrictions made Z-10ME a fallback option. Strategic importance and doctrine shift. The Z-10ME enables standoff strike capabilities, allowing engagement from safer distances instead of close-in, tank-busting, missions. It is suited for low-altitude operations against insurgents, armored columns, and ground targets, particularly in Pakistan's border and contested regions. Analysts argue that to fully exploit Z-10ME, Pakistan must adopt networked warfare, linking sensors, drones, EU assets, and PAF support to suppress enemy air defenses before helicopter insertion. Some reports indicate that Pakistan sees the Z-10ME as part of a low-level air power doctrine rather than purely close support. Deployment and numbers. Pakistan has not disclosed the exact number inducted. Some sources speculate up to 40 units may be in acquisition plans. At induction, Pakistan demonstrated live fire operations at Muzaffargarh ranges during the ceremony. So far, the observed Pakistani Z-10ME frames lack the rotor-mounted radar seen in Chinese PLA versions. 6. Challenges and limitations. Engine and high-altitude performance. Earlier Z-10 tests failed in Pakistan due to weak engine performance under hot, high-altitude conditions. The ME variant's upgraded engine is supposed to overcome that. Survivability. In highly defended areas, helicopters remain vulnerable. Reliance on countermeasures and standoff doctrines is essential. Integration and doctrine. Hardware alone is not sufficient. Pakistan must ensure inter-service coordination, Army, Air Force for protection, suppression of enemy defenses, targeting, and logistics. Maintenance, sustainment and domestic support. As this is a relatively new asset, establishing supply chains for spares, trained crews, and maintenance infrastructure will be imperative. Export technology transfer constraints. Some advanced subsystems e.g., sensors, countermeasures may be restricted or subject to export control, which can affect long-term upgrades. 7. Strategic implications. Regional balance. The induction is seen as Pakistan's response to India's investment in Apache and LCH light combat helicopter platforms. Deepening China-Pakistan defense ties. This deal underscores China's role as a principal military supplier to Pakistan, especially when Western options face restrictions. Doctrine shift. The Z-10ME is not merely a replacement but a catalyst for evolving Pakistan's aerial warfare philosophy from reactive ground support toward proactive, layered strike capability. Deterrence and escalation dynamics. Pakistan's ability to threaten armored or high-value targets at lower altitudes may serve as a deterrent or complicate Indian planning. However, it also raises the stakes in air defense competition. Export potential and prestige. Pakistan being the first export customer boosts China's defense exports and enhances Islamabad's defense stature regionally. 8. Suggestions for Defense World TV segment. To make your coverage compelling. 1. Visuals and B-roll. Use induction ceremony footage, cockpit views, test firing clips, and comparison with Cobra's T-129s. 2. Expert commentary. Bring in analysts to discuss doctrinal shifts, standoff versus close support and integration challenges. 3. Comparisons. Contrast Z-10ME versus AH-1F Cobra, T-129 ATAK, India's Apache and LCH platform to show strengths, weaknesses. 4. Operational scenarios. Simulate how a Z-10ME sortie might support a counterinsurgency or conventional war mission along border terrain. 5. Technical deep dive. Explain how upgrades, engine, sensors, countermeasures change its battlefield survivability. 6. Strategic context. Frame it within China-Pakistan defense relations, South Asia balance, and air warfare evolution.